Hello everyone, good morning. Welcome to this practice this morning. So just take a few rolls through the shoulders and find yourself in a comfortable seated position with the sit bones grounding down, the hips open, and then the length coming right from that base of the pelvis up through the spine into the head and the crown. Either face the palms up or down and just start to center yourself within your body for this practice. Begin to deepen the breath by expanding the stomach with a breath in, and then with that exhale, drawing the navel back ever so slightly. So continue to cultivate that sense of breath and lifting the breath a bit higher up each time. So you can imagine the breath moving from the stomach through the ribcage into the chest. I'm now going to bring your right hand up and block your right nostril with your thumb, breathing only through the left. Inhale for 1, 2, 3. Exhale 1, 2, 3. Inhale 1, 2, 3. Exhale 1, 2, 3. Inhale 1, 2, 3. Exhale 1, 2, 3. Release the hand and breathe normally in and out 3 times. So still continuing the diaphragmatic breath, and then coming to switch to the other side when you completed that 3. So this time using your left hand and blocking the left nostril. Inhale 1, 2, 3 through the right. Exhale 1, 2, 3. Inhale 1, 2, 3. Exhale 1, 2, 3. Inhale 1, 2, 3. Exhale 1, 2, 3, and release the hand. Breathe equally through both nostrils 3 times. And just notice how you feel within the head, and dropping the right ear to the right shoulder. Just keep your eyes closed as you roll the left ear to the left shoulder. And then bring the chin to the chest, right ear to the right shoulder. And exhale, chin to the chest, left ear to left shoulder. And just continue to roll from side to side, noticing all angles of that 180 degrees from shoulder to shoulder, how it feels in the neck this morning. It's really great to get some movement into the neck in the morning and stretching into the trapezius. And just roll a couple more times really consciously. And bring your left ear to the left shoulder and use the left hand onto the diagonal right side of the head and draw the ear towards the shoulder. Press down through your right hand to the mat with your fingertips. So you just start to feel a little bit more opening into that right side of the neck. And then come to switch sides when you're ready. And just continue to breathe deeply into opening the left side of the neck. Don't put too much pressure with the hand, so just keep it light. And then bring the head all the way up, and we're going to come to interlace the hands behind the back. Squeeze the shoulder blades together and draw them down. So really open up the chest forward, open up around the heart. Lift through the spine and release the hands and come to switch your interlace so the opposite thumb is on top. And again, squeeze the shoulder blades together and down. And then come to release the hands and bring the hands into cactus arms. We're going to twist to the right, back to the center, and then over to the left. Do this with resistance and feel like there's a rod through the spine. So you're just isolating that movement through the upper portion of your torso. And this time when you come over to the right, release your hand behind the knee and the other hand behind the back. Lift and lengthen through the spine. Maybe bring the gaze a bit further over in the twist. Come back to those cactus arms and twist over to your left side, and then release the hand behind the back and the other one behind the knee. Inhale, lift, and exhale to twist. Keep grounding through the sit bones. Deep breath in, and then come back all the way to the center. And then come to make your way into a cross-legged position, or stay in your cross-legged position rather, and walk your fingertips forward. So feel as if you can draw the tailbone back at the same time as you outstretch through the arms, you're reaching the crown forward. Draw the armpits back at the same time, so there's more length and height coming. Then come to walk the hands all the way back and extend the arms up. Interlace the hands and press them up to the sky. Stretching through the sides of the body, keeping the chest open. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale, release the hands all the way down. Okay, so make your way over into a tabletop position. Bring the feet back towards the back of the mat. And just take a moment to come up onto your fingertips, lift the palms to stretch and warm up into the forearms, the wrist joints. And then take the back of the hand down. So if you need to decrease the angle, just bring the palm further towards you. Otherwise, take it underneath the shoulder. Try and press through all the tops of the fingers. So do that on both sides. Now bring your fingertips towards one another and move from side to side. So really feeling into the shoulder blade area. And then taking the fingertips out to either side, so the palms are facing towards one another, and rock from side to side, again opening up around the shoulders, feeling the rotation through your shoulders. And then doing some cat and cows like this. So I find this helps to isolate the movement more into the thoracic spine rather than focusing on the lower part of the spine. So breathe nice and deeply, really try to lift and open up in between the shoulder blades. Let's create that space. Okay, so take the fingertips back to facing forward. And take some regular cat and cows here to continue that warming up into the spinal column. And then taking a variation, so tucking the toes, draw the hips back towards the heels, keep the fingertips pressed down firmly, and then on the inhale, come forward back into that cat pose. Exhale, draw the sit bones back as you come into cow. So just continue that movement, really opening up and extending through the shoulder blades. Keep breathing, inhale forward, and then come to walk yourself a little bit further forward. Inhale to extend the right arm up to the sky, and exhale to thread the arm underneath the left. Take the left fingertips overhead, press into the back of the right hand as you twist. Try and isolate this through the torso. So you're keeping the legs fairly solid, the sit bones extending up. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, bring the left hand back in front of the face, extend the right arm up, open through the chest. And exhale, bring the hand down. So now come to the left side, extend the left arm up. Exhale to thread the arm beneath the right, press into the back of the hand, and walk your left hand over the crown of the head. Press into that palm so you're peeling open the chest, keeping the heart space open. Inhale, press into the tops of the feet. Exhale, keep the hips square. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, bring the right hand back in front of the face. Extend the left arm all the way up. And then exhale, bringing the palm down. Great. So just come to walk the hands a bit further forward, tuck the toes, and come into downward dog. So nice easy downward dog if you want to pedal out through the legs or you want to keep the knees bent at this moment. Do what feels right for you to continue warming up into the body and allowing a bit more openness into the backs of the legs, the calves, and the hips. So Fluffy's decided to join me now. Inhale, draw forward into plank and just move from side to side, and then inhale, lift back up into down dog. Inhale, come right up onto the tiptoes and come forward into down dog. So really imagine each vertebrae can move individually. Inhale up, right up onto the tiptoes, come forward into plank. This time hold the plank. Deep breath in, press into your hands. Exhale. Inhale, lift your right hand to your left elbow, put it back down, and then take the left hand to the right elbow. Try not to lean the weight over too much. Once more, right hand to left elbow, left hand to right elbow. And once again, right hand and left. Bring the knees forward, bring the chest and the chin down, and then inhale, slide the chest through. Press into the tops of the feet, bring your hands back behind you with the palms facing up. And then press into the tops of the hands as you lift the chest forward. Exhale, bring the chin down. Inhale, lift the chest up. Keep the legs active. Exhale, bring the chest down. Inhale, turn the palms down now and then lift your chest. Try and roll the shoulder blades back and squeeze them slightly together. Then exhale down. Inhale, lift. And turn the head from side to side a couple of times. And exhale back down. Inhale, bring your hands back, bring your right hand, under your shoulder, extend the left arm out long, press into the right hand as you roll onto that side. Maybe swing the top leg back, but just be aware of how much pressure you're putting into the front of the shoulder, the pectoral, how it feels. So you can always ease off. And then roll back over. And now bring your left hand under and extend the right arm or bring it to cactus arm. And you can either take that leg back or you can keep the legs stacked. Put some pressure into the front of the shoulder, opening up into the pec. Deep breath in. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And come all the way back to the center. Bring your hands beneath the shoulders and make your way up and back into down dog. Try and find some strength in the shoulders to draw up and back to the hips, and the hips lengthened. It's not important if the heels are down or not. And then inhale to lift the right leg. Exhale, bring the knee to the chin and step the foot in between the hands for low lunge. Perhaps take a little sip of your morning tea and then move from side to side and just start to kind of open up into the hip area as well as allowing the head and neck to be loose. Inhale, sweep the left arm up and back. Exhale, sweep it towards the mat and then up and back towards the leg. So keep taking that circular movement through the shoulder, allowing the head and neck to move, and then extend the arm all the way up. Turn open through the chest. Exhale, bring the palm down. Tuck your left toes, extend the leg, and then reach the right arm up to the sky. Look up towards the hand if it's comfortable on the neck. Exhale. Bring your hand down and bring your left knee to the ground. So your hand is pressing on the inside of the thigh and you're twisting to the right side. Plant both hands down, extend through the left leg, step back into plank. Exhale, one long line down. If you're ready, or knees, chest, chin. Inhale, press into the tops of the feet and either come into baby cobra or a fuller version of cobra. Exhale, bring the chin to the chest, tuck the toes and downward dog. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, lift the left knee towards the chest, step the foot in between the hands, and move from side to side, opening up the hips. Allow the head and neck just to be soft and fluid with this movement. Breathing deeply and consistently, smoothly. And then inhale, sweep the right arm up and back, sweep it forward and up and back. Just graze the fingertips across the mat as you come forward, lifting up and following it with the gaze. So it helps to kind of open up the neck a bit more. And taking one more before extending the arm all the way up and bringing the gaze towards the hand. Bring the hand all the way up and back if that feels good. And then exhale, bring the hand down. Extend through the right leg, reach the left arm up. Keep the spine long and the gaze up towards the hand if that feels okay. Inhale, exhale, inhale. Then exhale, bring the right knee down carefully. Bring your left hand inside the left leg. Turn the toes out 45 degrees and twist towards the left-hand side. Put a little bit of pressure in the hand. Twisting through the torso. Inhale, exhale. And then come to bring your hands back, framing the foot. Step back into plank. Exhale, one long line all the way down, or knees, chest, chin. Inhale, lift up through the spine, so either cobra or baby cobra or up dog with the legs down. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, and exhale, stepping your left foot in between the hands. So I'm going to turn the right toes back. And here we're setting up for like a mini warrior two position. Extend your right arm up and then extend the left arm forward. So create that long line and then reach your right arm overhead. Bring your left forearm down. So exactly like extended side angle, but down on the ground. Come back to that T shape with the arms and then reach your right arm back and reach the left arm up. Maybe extend through that left leg. Inhale, come back forward into it, that mini extended side angle. And exhale, reverse warrior, perhaps straightening the front leg. You can keep the knee bent, so either one. And this time extend through your leg, and this is like a variation on triangle pose. So the left arm is reaching up to the sky, the right fingertips are coming down, or maybe touching the leg instead. Bend through the knee, bring both legs back, and we're going to switch to the other side. So inhale, extend the arms out into that T shape. This time, reaching forward into the right fingertips, bring the forearm down, left arm reaches over alongside the ear. And coming back into that T shape, extend the arm back and reach your right arm overhead, maybe straighten the front knee. Back into the T shape before coming forward, extended side angle. And exhale, reaching your right arm back, maybe extending the leg for reverse warrior. And once again, forward. And exhale, back. Inhale, come forward. This time straighten the leg. Reach with that right hand and bring the hand either down with the left arm extended all the way up or somewhere onto the leg. So with a triangle position on the ground. And then when you're ready, come to bend into that front knee, bring both palms down. Be careful as you pick up that back knee and come into a lunge type position. Keep the toes tucked as you extend the right toes up to the sky. Reach the torso forward and lengthen, and then bend the elbows to fold a bit deeper over the leg. Maybe walk the hands a bit further forward, and then re-bend into the right knee. Elevate that left leg, come into plank. Exhale either one long line or knees, chest, chin, and come into cobra or upward dog variation with the legs down but still active. Exhale, pick up the stomach muscles and downward dog. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Inhale, step the right foot in between your hands. Walk the hands now in between the legs. So we're going to bring the feet out into a goddess type pose. So the toes turn out 45 degrees towards the corners of the mat. But just move from side to side. So keep the hands down on the ground and extend through one leg as you bend further into the other. Really great for the hips, for getting used to that external rotation. Then come to the center and keep the hands under the shoulders. Try and keep the spine long, maybe bend the elbows, and then come all the way back to the front of your mat. Take your right knee down and keep the toes tucked and extend the left toes up to the sky. Inhale, bring the navel back and up. So you're reaching through the heart forward over the leg. You might bend the elbows here, and then walk the hands forward. Make your way back into plank, either all the way down in one long line, your choice of your back bend. Keep the thighs, the legs active, whichever one. Make sure that it's honoring your lower back before coming back into downward dog. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. So come to step your left foot in between the hands. I'm going to come into warrior one here. So the right toes about 45 degrees forward with the heel down. If this is too much on the ankle, just lift the heel. Extend the arms all the way up to the sky and make a Kali Mudra, so the index fingers are connected, the other thumbs and three fingers connected. Lift up and back, and then exhale, bring your right arm to the outside of the left thigh and twist over to the left. Bring the hands to prayer now. Try and steady yourself. We're going to bring the weight forward, pick up the right leg, bring the knee towards the elbows, and then begin to extend that right leg back as you lengthen the chest forward. You can bring the arms along beside the body. So warrior three. Nice and strong in that standing leg. Exhale, slowly come forward, bend the knee. Grab the outside of that right foot with your left hand and then extend your right arm back. So you're opening the chest to the right and also opening the outside of the right leg. Keeping the dristi, the gaze of balance, of focus. And then with control, cross the right knee over the left and maybe wrap the toes around the right leg also as you come down with to sit into your seat for a variation of Guru Dasana, so eagle pose. You can bring the hands either into full eagle or if you want to take them to prayer instead. Unravel through the arms, step all the way back with the right leg, extend the arms up, open through the chest, bring the hands behind the back, interlace the fingers, squeeze the shoulder blades together and down, and then come forward into humble warrior. Exhale, release the hands down, lengthen through your left leg, bring your right leg a bit closer, keep the toes turned out slightly as you come into pyramid. And then step it back into three-legged dog. Extend that leg up. Exhale, stack the hips open. Inhale, Come into side plank on the right side. Extend the left arm up to the sky. Keep the pelvis open. Keep strong in that long line through your torso. Exhale, bring your left hand down into plank. Through your choice of lowering, your choice of back bend, keeping active through the legs. And exhale, pick up through the abdominals, downward dog. Inhale, step your left leg through, walk the hands over to the right. So this time we're going to make sure that the legs are parallel, the feet are parallel to the edges of the mat and to each other. Bring the hands all the way back, hinge from the hips. Engage the outer legs as well as the hips. Maybe bring the crown of the head all the way down to the ground. Breathing nice and deeply. Not worrying about how far you get down, but more about the straightness of the spine. And then coming back onto the hands, walking the hands all the way over to your right foot. And make your way into downward dog. Come forward into plank, your choice of lowering, your choice of back bend, with control, with engagement through the core, downward dog. Stepping the right foot in between the hands. So come into warrior one on this side, left heel down, toes about 45 degrees on that left foot. Extend the arms up, perhaps taking Kali Mudra, index fingers connected, the other fingers wrapping around each other. Open up between the heart space. And then when you're ready, release your hands. Bring your left hand to the outside edge of the right leg and extend the right arm straight back behind you, so it's in line with the head of the shoulder. And then bring your hands to prayer. Start to shift your weight forward into the right foot. Bring your left knee towards the chest. Slowly come forward and then extend out. So you're in this ball shape and then you extend out. Maybe extend the arms along beside the body, or you can keep them in prayer. If you can, straighten through that right leg as being the last thing to straighten. And with control, re-bend the knee, bring the knee towards the chest. This time take the outside edge of your left foot with your right hand. Reach your left hand straight back so it's in line with the head of the shoulder. You're opening up the chest. At the same time, you can turn your gaze to that left thumb. Keep steady in the standing leg. Bend through the knee and hook your left knee over the top of the right. Maybe wrap the toes around. Bring yourself a bit lower down into your seat in Guru Dasana. Either keep your hands at prayer or take full eagle pose with the arms as well. Breathing deeply. Keep the focus, the concentration, the inner thighs really gripping towards one another, the outer hips engaged. Slowly come to unravel the legs, swing the leg back like a pendulum and extend the arms straight up into high level lunge. And then with control, bring your hands behind the back, interlace the hands, squeeze the shoulder blades together and down, and then draw the chest forward. Don't allow the chest just to collapse its weight onto the right leg. Hold the chest with its own strength. Bring your hands down, come up onto the right tiptoes, and then make your way into side plank. Extend your right arm up to the sky. Lengthen through the sides of the waist, stack through the hips and the pelvis. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale, bring the hand down. Make your way through your choice of lowering and your choice of back bend with control, with breath, with strength. Exhale, downward dog. So settling for a moment in down dog before lifting the right leg to the sky, bending the knee and stacking the hips over to the left. Inhale, bring your knee to the nose, step the foot in between the hands, walk the hands in between the legs, press into the fingertips under the shoulders, bend the elbows and begin to walk the hands back. So they're roughly, maybe they're in line with the feet, maybe they're forward. Keep the spine long over bringing yourself as low as possible. Make sure the outer hips are engaged. So you might even, if this is fairly available to you, you can bring the palms down and walk them all the way back towards whatever's behind you. Slowly come to bring yourself back forward, and we're going to come back to the original top end of the mat. Stepping back into downward facing dog. Find your anchoring point through your hands, through your feet, opening up through the shoulders. And you might straight away bring your forearms down into dolphin pose, or if you need to bend the knees and come through more of a tabletop position, you're welcome to do that. So I like this variation with this tripod shape. I'm stepping the feet a bit closer towards my face in comparison to downward dog. And then bend the knees, and when you're ready, make your way into child's pose. I'm just going to keep this fairly active by pressing into the hands, drawing the tailbone towards your feet, and rolling the head from side to side so the forehead gets a massage, that stimulation into the parasympathetic nervous system. Keeping track of your breath. And making your way to a cross-legged seated position. So we're going to keep your left foot to the right hip, and then your right foot crossing over that left thigh. Anchor through that foot, lengthen through the chest, and then twisting over to the left side. So your right hand behind your back, your left elbow behind your right thigh. And just turn the gaze however far it wishes to go. Come all the way back to the center. And then coming to switch to the opposite side. So half Lord of the Fishes. Inhale, extend all the way up through the spine. And then twisting over to the left, bringing the hand behind the back, lengthening through the spine is being the priority. The twist not coming from the use of the muscles in your arms, but the use of the muscles in your back. And make your way back to the center. Unhook your legs. Bring the hips slightly closer forward. So inhale, come right up onto your tiptoes. Try and find your balance with your hands hooking under the legs, and then extend the arms along parallel to your shins. Maybe extend both legs up if this feels fairly okay for you. Navasana. So core muscles engaged as well as sayus engaging. I'm now going to grab the backs of the heels. So I find this gives a really nice stretch into the fronts of the ankles. And perhaps bend the elbows and then come to release the hands. Try and hold for just a couple more breaths. And then slowly lower all the way through half boat, all the way to the ground and release. So, just move from side to side, sigh with release. And then bend your knees and touch in with the very tips of your fingers onto the backs of the heels. Make sure you have nothing kind of blocking under the neck, so I just remove my bun. And then come to dig your heels in, lift up through your toes. So you're really active. Draw the tailbone to the front of the room and then begin to slowly pick up into bridge pose. So Just make sure that the thighs are active, they're staying hip distance apart. You're pressing into the four corners of the feet, so you're not kind of rolling onto either side. And then exhale, slowly roll all the way back down. Just take a moment to lengthen out through the spine. And then slowly begin to roll up. So this time the option is to take your hands under your hips. You're bending the elbows. If this is too much for the lower back, then please ease off. Otherwise, you might try extending the left foot up towards the ceiling and then your right. Flex out through the foot as you press it up. And take a moment, release your hands, press through the forearms and slowly roll all the way back down. And just neutralize through the spine, shuffle from side to side through the hips. And then take your hands up overhead, grab hold of opposite elbows, take your feet at least mat distance apart, drop the knees over to the right, bring the right foot on top of the left thigh and your gaze over to the left side. And then release that foot, come back to the center, drop the knees over to the left side, take your left foot on top of your right thigh and your gaze over to the right. Try and extend up through the two sides of your body through the waist, and then release and come back to the center. Bring your hands down, extend the legs out long, at least mat distance apart. Allow the palms to face up, the toes to drop out to either side, and just let go of this kind of conscious cultivation of breath, allowing a fluid and natural breath to come into the body. And just coming to scan through the physical body, allowing and accepting all parts of you, all parts of yourself. If there's tension in any place, just give it permission to feel held within the space of the body. At the same time, give it permission to let go and release. So everything that is within the physical body is here to teach us something about ourselves, something about the way we interact with the world. And just allowing it to be. So the whole body feels completely relaxed and at peace in this very moment. Just beginning to become aware of the physical body, the air circulating across the surface of the skin, and the shape and space that the body takes up on the ground. And when you're ready, you might start to move through your fingers, through your toes, through your ankle joints, your wrists, maybe moving the head from side to side. And maybe inviting a full body stretch by extending the legs together and the toes forward and reaching the arms up over the head. And bending your knees and rolling over to one side in your fetal position before supporting yourself with that top hand to come all the way back to a comfortable seated posture. So you're arriving from that full circle from where we started and where we're ending. Lengthen through your spine, keep the face relaxed. And just taking a moment to reset after the practice. We'll sweep the arms all the way up, bring the palms together, And slowly draw them down to rest by the heart. Taking this moment to accept what our life is, to accept what we receive and what we give. Taking this moment within gratitude for our existence, gratitude for our body, gratitude for food, for water. And taking this moment to honor the divine light that resides in each and every one of us. And may we continue to be able to spread our divine light out into the world. So thank you so much for joining me for this practice today. And I wish you a wonderful day ahead. Namaste.